Welcome to Highfield Hall and Gardens. I'm Lisa Walker, one of the co-executive directors, and we'd like to welcome you to our 18th annual Holidays at Highfield.
This year's show is Timeless Tales, A Literary Journey, and we wanted to pick a theme that related to the Beebe family and to the history of the house. And so in the archives, there's all these wonderful records that show that the Beebe family gave books as gifts at Christmas to lots of people in the community. And we thought, what books would they have been reading themselves, and what books would have been very popular in Highfield's heyday. And so that's why we alighted on the idea of doing 7 rooms with 7 different books from that era, and that are still known and still popular today. What better way to open the exhibition than to use the beloved Narnia wardrobe as our sort of entry into this imaginary world. We created this incredible wardrobe, filled it with fur coats, which we borrowed from the Falmouth Theatre Guild, and created this entryway into the show. What we're hoping is that people, adults and children, will actually venture through the wardrobe. It's something that I loved when I read the book, and it sort of gives you a sense of embarking on the imaginative journey. Everywhere in all the little vignettes, there's little signs or themes or motifs from the novels. You don't have to have read the novels to enjoy the show, but if you have read some of them, you're going to spot things from the text. Like this is from the White Queen, that symbolises her, and then we have the umbrella and the scarf, and the parcels are from Mr. Tumnus, as he was in this glade, this glade, and of course the lamppost is the sort of iconic lamppost from Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe. This is Alice in Wonderland, and again we wanted to have lots of motifs and themes from the book, and so if you look around, hopefully you'll think it's very pretty and very dramatic as the sort of Christmas holiday decorations. But there's also little details that are kind of fun, like the dormouse is here. So all the books that we chose, they have different sort of themes so that the rooms could be very distinctive. We've got Alice, it's obviously fantasy, and we tried to create images and things from the text of the book, like the roses on the tree made out of playing cards, and roses on the mantle made out of book pages. In fact, all the way through, there's lots of book art here, things we've made out of books and book pages to create lovely decorations. We were given a lot of books from Falmouth Public Library, and we've been given loaned all sorts of items from all sorts of organisations in Falmouth. Around the World in 80 Days is a novel by Jules Verne, and he's often called the father of science fiction. And although Around the World in 80 Days isn't science fiction, it was a celebration of technological developments in transport. And so there's a little background on each of the scenes. We have a little panel which explains a little about the book and then about the setting as well. In here, we thought we'd have some fun with maps and globes to symbolise travel, obviously, but you'll see the map chandelier and the tree full of globes, just as a fun play on Christmas baubles, but a bit quirky. In this area, we wanted to create a vignette of vintage modes of travel, but also of the Victorian gentleman, the luggage and the travel sort of paraphernalia. I love this area. This is a wardrobe trunk from 1900, and all the clothes in it were loaned again from Falmouth Theatre Guild. If you think about the costume of it all, the scarves and the waistcoats and the bow ties and top hats, and he wasn't travelling light. And then we have the penny farthing, that's from Corner Cycle down in Falmouth. So everybody sort of chipped in with things that would help us create these wonderful scenes. I think the penguin is one of my favourite little things. He was lent to us from the Wacoit thrift store. This room is, we call it Pages from the Past, and we've had a collection of vintage books loaned to us from the Isaiah Thomas bookstore in Katuitt, and they have an incredible collection of antique and rare books. And when we told them about the topic of the show, they were willing to lend us really beautiful copies. We're hoping people will really come and look in here and look at the illustrations and the beautiful bindings. It's just so evocative, so beautiful. One of the things we're hoping is that it will create a sort of chance to reflect on what book during your own childhood has stayed with you and why. And in fact, we're asking people to fill out a little luggage tag and let us know that. And so we're hoping we'll collect a lot of memories and books titles and have people put them into this trunk here, which is a beautiful vintage trunk from the museum on the green lent us this. And so that should be quite interesting to see what people recall and what people remember, yeah.
Timeless Tales, A Literary Journey runs for 4 weekends, Thursday through Sundays, ending on Sunday, December 15th. We'd love to have you come join us. Hope to see you at the house.